Taking a deep breath. We're Snowdenized. Here we are. My friend ain't here. He's at the doctor's. I hope he's not dead. He thought he might make it, but he's not here. So we're going to talk about death. What happens when everybody leaves, including you. The time will come. You take a deep breath. There's got to be a Brexit, an exit. Trump is suicidal ideation. I got to say, affirming faith mind, Tsin Sin Ming. The great way is not difficult for those who do not pick and choose. When premises, hypotheses, preferences are cast aside, the way stands clear and undisguised. But make slightest distinction, sets earth and heaven far apart. If you would see truth, discard opinion, pro and con. To wallow in dislike and like is nothing but mind's disease. Refusing to see the way's deep truth disturbs the mind's essential peace. The way is perfect, like vast space, no lack and no excess. Our choice to choose and to project our rejecting prevents our seeing simple truth, both striving for outer world and inner void condemn us to entangled lives. Well, something happened. Here we go. The camera moved. What is this? What's going on? How did that happen? Who knows? You adjust, and then you don't. And then the camera has changed. You take a deep breath. Just calmly see all as one and dissolute views. False views will go. Attempts to stop activity will fill you with activity. Remaining in duality, you'll never know identity. And not to know identity lets conflict lead you far astray. The way is not difficult. But when you assert things are real, you miss the mark of true reality. But to assert that things are void also misses this reality. The more you talk and think on this, the further from the truth you'll be. Cut off all useless thoughts and weasel words, and there's nowhere you cannot go. Return to the root itself, and you'll find meaning in all things. If you pursue appearances and persuasions, you overlook the primal source. Awakening is to go beyond both emptiness as well as form. All changes in this empty world seem real because of ignorance. Do not go searching for the truth. Just let your fond opinions go. Abide not in the duality that abuts reality. Refrain from all pursuit. If there's trace of right or wrong, up and down, inside out, true mind is lost, confused, distraught. From one mind comes duality, but cling not even to this one. This one mind rests undisturbed. Nothing in the world offends. And when nothing can give offense, then all obstructions cease to be. If all thought objects disappear, the thinking subject drops away. For things are things because of mind, and mind is mind because of things. These two are merely Ubuntu, relative, and both at source are emptiness. In emptiness, there is not two, yet in each are all form contained. One coarse and fine, once coarse and fine are seen no more, then how can there be the taking of sides? The great way is without limit, beyond the easy and the hard, beyond the less and more. But to those who hold narrow views, fearful and irresolute, their frantic haste slows them down. attach to anything, surely you will go far astray, astride. As is, you let go now of clinging mind, and all things are just as they are. In essence, nothing goes or stays. See into the true self of things. And you are in step with the great way, thus walking free, go undisturbed, but live in bondage to your thoughts, and you will be confused, unclear. This heavy burden weighs you down, so why keep judging good and bad, on and off, in and out? If you would walk the highest way, do not reject the sense domain. For as it is whole and complete, this sense world is enlightenment. The wise do not strive after goals. The foolish put themselves in bonds, tie themselves in knots. The one way knows no difference. The foolish cling to this and that, more and less. To seek the great mind with thinking mind is certainly a grave mistake. From small mind comes rest and unrest. But mind awakened transcends both. Delusion spawns duality. These dreams are flowers in air. Why work so hard at grasping them? Both gain and loss, right and wrong, once and for all, get rid of them. Shorn of shrouds, you no longer are asleep. All dreams will vanish of themselves. If mind does not discriminate, all things are as one. To go to this source frees us all entanglements. When all is seen with equal mind, to our self-nature we return. This one mind goes right beyond all reason and comparison. Make movement rest, and nothing moves. Set rest in motion, and there is no rest. When rest and movement cease to be, then even oneness disappears. This ultimate finality, reality beyond all laws, can't be discriminated or disturbed. With single mind, one with the way, all ego-centered striving ceases and desists. Doubts deluge us. Confused we disappear. True faith pervades our life. There is no thing that clings to us and nothing that is left behind. All self-revealing, void and clear, you and I, without exerting mind. Thought cannot reach this state of truth. Here, feelings are of no avail. In this true world of emptiness, both self and other are no more. To enter this true empty world, immediately affirm not to. In this not to, all is the same, with nothing separate or squared. The wise in all times and place evade this awakening of primal truth. The ways beyond all space, all time. One instant is 10,000 years. Not only here, not only there, truths right before your very eyes. Distinctions large and small have relevance for you no more. The largest is the smallest too. Limitations have no place. What is not. What is not is. If this is not yet clear to you, you're still as far as heaven and earth from inner truth. One thing is all things are one. Know this, and all's whole and complete. When faith and mind are not separate, and not separate are mind and faith, beyond all words, all thoughts, all this and that, from now here, nothing is not, there is no yesterday, at once no home, no tomorrow, and not today. That's for you, Dad. On the death panel, the suicidal ideation of the Brexit leave us all aghast and a ghost species. We become who we are, practicing intention and intuition de temps en temps, dans l'esprit d'escalier, quid pro quo, status quo, ecstatic mainstream memes. We become who we are. This is what becomes of us as we approach our own final solution, grandfathered in by our birth to our death. We have become who we are and who we are not. We take a deep breath. You circle around the stupa clockwise, practicing intention and intuition. You become what you could not be without. And it becomes you in the final instance of solution, soul to soul, songs of Solomon, spikenard and sandalwood suffuse the space of time elapsed. Time inflated, double beta decay, bosons, we're all bosons in Higgs fields. We become who we are, above and beyond the call of duty and booty. Here at Hamlin at the Buddhist Alzheimer's Home for the Hospiceless, we are what we are. And it is what it is. Once upon a time, there was so much possibility, some of which we potentiated as a ghost species, pre-holocide, pre-Henson transition transit. We baby boomers of the post-greatest generation, we are in the G-spot of the Holocene. We take a deep breath. This is where it ends at the end time. Going around the cenotaph, the ziggurat, the stupa. We are bloody, blimey blokes. And the Brexit has bombed us to smithereens, back to the Semitic Stone Age. We are who we are. Hail Mary, full of grace, Ribono Shel Olam, Inshallah, Mira, Oye, Inca is Epinka, Kensho is Kundalini, see the seas rise, see the coral die in the coralless sea. The ice melts, the albedo alters. We flush and we floss. Geriatrically, gerontologically, we're in the G-spot. the respite before the last refuge, before the last rites, and wrongs and wrongful death. We take a deep breath. At alchemistic shul and shulen, we make lead into sweetened waters of golden Medina Dayenu. We are der Schwitz, the chutzpahdik, verfallen, verschlungene, verkackt, fegele, finagle me this. Take a deep breath. We become who we are. No more, no less, inside you, babe. The haiku come one after the other with unintended consequences, tantrically roaring the revelatory, orgasmic reality, enlightenment. Ah, delicious. Okie dokie. We are our own tantric partners, Animus and Anima, and Thomas Mann and Erika, and Klaus Mann, Buddenbrooks, Magic